today's the day. It's time to get this car ready for boost. We're doing two very important things today. Number one, installing a new Meteor clutch, and also number two, installing new brakes so we can stop. Here, my friends, we have our clutch. It is from Clutch Masters. It is the most aggressive clutch that they make. It is a 6-puck sprung clutch. It's probably gonna be a wee bit overkill for this build, but you can never have too good of a clutch, right? There's the bad boy. You can kind of see it in there. Nice. Very pretty. Along with a new throwout bearing and a clutch alignment tool. Our new flywheel, which really is actually an old flywheel. It's just an OEM flywheel. It's been resurfaced. Up there in that box, I'm not gonna open it right now, but we've got some eBay brakes. An eBay special. Now I know when I got the headers, I said I'm never buying eBay again. It was terrible. Those headers did not fit. But I got 4 rotors and 4 sets of pads for $140. And I am broke right now. So 140 bucks for all new brakes. Even if they're crappy, they can't be worse than what's on there right now, all right? But yeah, I'm super excited to get this stuff installed. This is gonna be my first time dropping a transmission out of a car, so it's gonna be an interesting process. I've got my friend Brody coming later today to help me out. As far as I know, pull off the exhaust, drain all the tranny fluid, pull off the drive shaft, drop the tranny, take off the old clutch and flywheel, put the new one on, and put it all back together. Shouldn't be too hard. If you guys are looking for a good clutch for your car, Clutch Masters makes pretty good clutches, and they're pretty cheap. So I'll have a link in the description below if you want to check it out. Ah, much better. Yeah, see, I'm rubbing up against the, oh, on this side. On the other side I am now. There we go. Let's use that thing now. If anyone is ever wondering how high a quick jack can go, it can go yay high. Pretty decent. Tranny fluid is draining. I hate gear oil. It is disgusting and it deserves to die, but it's very useful at lubing stuff. Next, gonna work on taking off the drive shaft, which is right here. See, that's the diff. This is the drive shaft. Disconnect it from right there. So a little bit of an update. We're having trouble getting some stuff off the bottom here. We can't get the drive shaft out, and we can't get this PPF bolt out. It's really tight in there, and I don't want to snap it, because let me tell you, that would be a huge pain in the ass to fix. I disconnected some of the sensors over there, and Brody is working on getting the trans bolts out. Rip. Due to the breaking of said bolt, we have to now drop the diff. God damn it. It's only 8 extra bolts though, so gotta take off the axles right there, and then the 2 big bolts connecting it to the body. So yeah. Alright boys, our day just keeps getting worse and worse, because guess what? This axle's fucked! That's all the ball bearings and the bearing inside the axle. Yeah, it's just ripperoni. I'm not gonna name any names, but the last person who used and touched this axle, well, let's just say it was a shop. Because something tells me the C-clip on here wasn't tight.
Was it blue ice?
No, actually it was not blue ice. It was one of the stickers on the back of my window. And it's the biggest sticker. Here, let me show them the biggest sticker here.
They're not a bad company, but...
Huh. It looks like the C-clip that was holding us all together kind of snapped off or wasn't put in right. And this axle's now fucked. So the fact that I have to get a new axle means that I might as well get a new diff. How are the trans bolts over there, Brody?
Going.
From the axle. Something tells me that's not right. You know, it just doesn't look like that's right, you know? It just, oh, it's because it's all on the ground. Thank fucking God. That was way harder than it needed to be. Well, this car must really not want a new clutch. At this point, both the axles are broken. The bolts holding the diff in are stripped, so I can't take the diff out. The top bolt for the trans is getting stripped, so we're having trouble getting the trans out. Oh, it's very frustrating. Why, car? I'm trying to make you fast and fun and awesome, and I just want to drive you. But no, you have to do this shit, and you know what? Fine. You're gonna sit here for a long time and not be driven. So we're gonna come back tomorrow, I guess, and be miserable more, so bye. Alright, it's day 2 working on this POS. Morales are high, so let's get this fucker out of here.
Set the housing down, okay.
We got it! Yes! Alright, well, we got the trans out. That was actually really easy, so that's good news. But yeah, let's continue. Also, one of the bolts snapped on the trans right there. You can see it, it's still in there. So we'll try to get that out. We might be able to drill it out. This thing is like so freaking muddy. It's hilarious. Everything on this car, especially underneath, is just muddy. Mud's everywhere. There goes the clutch. Holy fuck, yeah. That thing is toast. Would not have held the power, so I'm very glad we didn't try to do that. Alright, we're hitting a lucky spree because I'm pretty sure I managed to put the axles back together and get them in there. I don't exactly know. They could probably use some more grease as well, but you know what? It's okay. I mean, the car's at least drivable with these axles. I mean, I should get spare axles anyway because on lifted Miatas, you break axles a lot if you're going hardcore. So I need like spare ones anyway, so I'll run with these until these ones blow up and then put the spare ones in. Maybe? I don't know. But at least it's drivable now. So let's go ahead and get a new flywheel and clutch on that shit.
Sit in the pilot bearing. Put that over it and get the pins to go into the center holes on each of the flat studs.
So, new clutch is in there. I think we're ready to put the trans back in, which Brody cleaned off and made look pretty decent, which was pointless, but thanks, Brody. Let's put it back in.
Okay, start bringing the back up.
Alright, I'll bring the back up. You can just hold the front. And then I'll hold the back up. I'm gonna put it in a third gear real quick.
Yeah, but
Transmission is in. So, I think I know where my brake noise was coming from. There's absolutely no pad left on the rear left. All the other ones were fine, but the rear left was, whoo! Like, this is what a rotor is supposed to look like, right? Yeah, actually not really. This one's already pretty fucked, but this side is, boy, it feels like sandpaper. That's hilarious. All right, well, we're almost done. We got one brake left. Drive shaft's in, everything's put together. We should have to bleed the clutch after this, so put the brake on. Bleed the clutch, and we should be good. Alright, so we got everything pretty much put together. We're bleeding the clutch now. Sadly, this rear brake caliper is toast, and I need to get a new one, and I can't get one until tomorrow, so we're not gonna be able to finish today. That's fine, we'll do that tomorrow, and I also need to go pick up the exhaust manifold gasket, so we'll do that tomorrow as well. And there's a Game of Thrones season premiere tonight, so I'm gonna watch that shit, because who's hyped for the new season? I am! I could also use a shower, so see you guys tomorrow, day 3. It's kind of sad, it took 3 days to do a clutch. It's terrible. This looks way too nice to be on this car. But new caliper, new rotor, new pads, they're all in. So there we go, we got brakes now. All right, so now we got to get the exhaust on and then try to bleed the clutch again. We might need a new slave cylinder, so we'll see, but exhaust. I put everything back together. We're gonna start it, see how it seems, feels better. I don't know, just start it and see what happens. All right, it's not going in here. No surprise there. So yeah, I gotta leave the clutch properly somehow. I don't know what I'm doing. So I tried bleeding the clutch and it wasn't working. Like the clutch just feels like it's nothing. So I'm assuming that another thing broke. That clutch master cylinder, I'm guessing, is not working correctly. So I got a clutch master cylinder and a slave cylinder, and I'm gonna replace clutch master cylinder, try to bleed the clutch, and then if that doesn't work, I'll replace the slave cylinder, try to bleed the clutch. And if neither of those things work, then I'm gonna cry. I'm ready. I bled the clutch and then I adjusted the clutch a little bit, and it feels decent. It definitely has some sort of pressure. I turned the car on, I got it into gear, the rear tires were moving, so I at least know that the trans is all put together right, so that's good. I think I want to take it for a test drive, so I'm gonna put everything back together, put the wheels on, put the intake back together, take it on test drive. If it feels good, if it stays good, we're good. If it doesn't, then I'll do the slave cylinder. So, yeah. Much of a test, but I did move forward and backwards. I also discovered that the handbrake needs to be adjusted, but we'll do that later. Oh, kitty's meowing. Always remember to torque down your lug nuts, because if you don't, your wheel will literally fall off.
And almost hit a biker.
And almost hit a biker and a Maserati and fuck everything up and ruin your life. But if you're lucky, it won't. Or you can just tighten your lug nuts. Test drive number 1 is complete, and the car drove, but it didn't feel quite right. The clutch pedal definitely is too soft, so I'm gonna try bleeding the clutch. The brakes were really bad. I don't know if they just need to break in, and there were some weird noises, so I don't know. I'll check everything over, make sure it seems good, and try it all again. So this should fix that strange noise of the exhaust hitting the axle. Well, we bled the clutch again, and we bled it a lot. We went through like an entire thing of brake fluid. And good news, I took it on a test drive, and I think it's right. I'm 90% sure it's right. I was talking to Greg Peters, the Car Passion channel. He's got this exact same clutch in his car, and he said that the throw is just really short, and since it's a 6-puck, it makes different noises, it feels a little bit different. So I was just so used to the stock clutch that this one felt so wrong and different that I thought it was broken. It wasn't though, so. And you might think that's it for this episode, but no, you'd be wrong. You know those door cards that we didn't get in the last episode? Well, we got them. They're at my house though. So tomorrow we're gonna come back, paint those up, put them in the car, and then we're done. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put hella miles on this new clutch, get it broken in, and get it driving normal. You know, I really can't pull off a snapback, but it's comfy, so I'm gonna keep wearing it. These are the new door cards I was talking about from LRB Speed. This is the same company that makes the under tray right there. So we'll paint those up, bedline them up, and finally install them with all their hardware. They look really nice, so I'm excited about that. Then I have to adjust the handbrake, because right now it does absolutely nothing. Yeah, nothing. So Well, that sucks. Turns out once you open bed liner, you gotta use it all, because otherwise it dries. God damn it. And this thing was 80 bucks, so I'm not buying another one. So, looks like we're not bed lining these, we are actually just gonna spray paint them black. And would you look at that? The interior looks so much more complete now. So much better. And you know, the paint's not perfect, but it's good enough for now. I think I probably will bedline it in the future, but I don't know. A lot of you guys were commenting saying this tan dash is horrendously disgusting, and I totally agree. It's ugly. It's just, it's gross. It doesn't fit the car anymore. But I don't really feel like pulling the dash, because that's just a pain in the ass. So maybe I can paint it? I don't know. I'm thinking about dipping it the same green. I don't know if plastic dip will stick to it because it's like a fake leather kind of thing, so it's pretty slippery. So I don't know if anything's gonna stick to it, but I'll try. I'm really disgusting right now because it is so hot in the shop right now. But I think that is going to be it. The clutch is feeling awesome. It is super grabby. That 6-puck life is a very grabby life. So it's gonna take some getting used to. God, it's so warm. I gotta be honest with you guys, this was such a pain in the ass to do. Actually installing a clutch isn't too difficult, but the fact that like so many things broke along the process, along the line, it was so stressful and it was so annoying. It was like, this is the worst thing I've done on a car by far. However, with that being said, it's also the most rewarding. The feeling after finally getting it all finished and getting it working is so awesome. That's why I love working on cars. And now I can say that, hey, I did my own clutch. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, to give you guys an idea of how awful it was, let me just go over what broke. So, the transmission bolt broke. It's still stuck in there. PPF bolt broke. Because of that, we decided let's drop the. So, in order to drop the, I decided to take the axles out. The axles fell apart. Then, the bolts on the diff stripped out. But we put it all together, I start working on the brakes, and what do you know? I need a new caliper. Oh, let's not forget that the clutch master cylinder broke too. Those parts weren't a ton of money, but the fact that you have to get the parts, you have to wait a day because nobody has old Japanese car parts in stock here, so you have to wait a day. That's what took us so long. It was 3 days to install this clutch. But it's gonna hold the power, it's done now, and hopefully it made an awesome video. If you guys did enjoy it, please give it a like. I do want to say that a big brake kit is on the way for the blue Miata. It's gonna be really awesome. Lots of pistons, and also we might have gotten a new engine for the blue Miata. I don't know. We'll see those in different videos. But that's gonna be it for today. As you can see, I'm tired, so peace out, boys. I'll see you next time.